They say winning cures everything, but in this case, winning actually cost me everything. Let me set the stage for you. I need to record 1 win and maintain my lead in the ERA title to win the Triple Crown, and that should be easy because I have 5 starts left to do it and I'm way ahead in the ERA title. But, well, let me just show you what happened. The week started normally with some day after start conversation.
Let's say we go 5 yesterday. That's 3.
Oh, I'm definitely snaking that win.
You get the win for that.
Score's discretion, I think. But apparently the rule is, Kev was looking this up, that if a game only goes 5, the starter has to go 4 to get the win. But I don't know how that's possible because I threw more than half of the official game. So the rule, I think, is, at least in MLB, is that you have to go, if a game only goes 5 innings, you have to go 4 innings to be eligible. The starter has to go 4 to be eligible for the win. Either way.
The scorer can do whatever they want.
The scorer can always do whatever they want. There's no rules. Well, one game this year, they gave me 4 earned runs. Then they changed it to 2. Then they changed it to 1. And then a week later, they changed it back to 2.
They can do that?
Apparently. Yeah, scorer's discretion. It's gonna be a hot topic this week.
Is there a new guy?
We're getting a new guy on the 15th, but he hasn't pitched since winter ball, but he's a starter. I think Eric should actually train to try to hit homers. Like, to be able to consistently hit homers, not to just like f around and every once in 30 swings hit a cage homer and then just cut all the misses out, you know? I want to be fair to Eric. He did throw a 26-pound kettlebell as hard as he could and tore his UCL completely. So he has no UCL. Well, that was when he was done playing and he's like started his f around and just do crazy shit. Twitter escapades. Finger training also helps. I don't know how much finger training you do, but we could test that out. We can test it.
Very curious. I've done none.
If you look at everybody's release, this knuckle here is straight and the top one is bent. So the more elasticity and like pressure you can apply there, the stiffer that can be, the more the ball's gonna like flick off the fingers. I used to average like high 22s on my fastball in like early 20 teens. And then I started my finger training in 2018 or 19. And then by now my average like 2450. So I bumped to like 200 RPM naturally.
If that ever gets out about the fingertip training, like.
Well, it's also, so like this knuckle is for Tommy John. Like if you train this knuckle, it helps with Tommy John preventing it. And if you train this one, it's for performance. So I have like my hang block that I have. I don't know if you ever see me like.
I'm thinking like a rock climber.
It's exactly what it is. It has different depths. It's a wood block. It has like different depths for your fingers. Like some of them are only like this deep. Kev, do you have your phone?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it for a second? All right, throw a cutter. Did I get it? No, I gotta do it higher.
That one I was behind it.
Yes, you were. See how you can see the whole back of your hand right here?
Mm-hmm.
We need to see the thumb side of your hand. So you're coming through it like this. So that's why you're getting the backspin. We need to see this part. Yeah, but don't like break in front of it like a slider.
Like this, and then I have to be able to release into a pronation.
Just release it straight like this. Just straight down the side of the ball. That's the one that you want.
That's what I just threw?
Yeah. You want the 0 depth, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I want it to, yeah.
A little bit more on the side, and then the last thing
So
that
I
touches
still
it.
need more side?
A little bit more side. This is fine. See how you can see where the seams are rotating around? It's on the left part of the ball. So if this is straight, it's pointed like this a little bit. So it's gonna have a little bit of backspin to it. If you wanna get 0 depth, you need to get it straight or even the front of the ball slightly up. So you just need a little bit more. Yeah, so see how you're attacking it on the side? And at the end you're pulling down?
Yeah.
That still has a little bit of cut to it. This attack is good. And then right at the end, instead of carrying that attack through, you see how your hand turns to get behind the ball?
I have to stay here longer?
Yeah.
I don't know if I can. You stay there longer with your cutter, like this the whole time, then...
Yeah, here, let me throw one real quick. So my hand's turning over later.
You're further up in front of the ball. My fingers are back here on the seam.
Right. So I'm staying here longer, and then my hand turns later.
I'm throwing mine here. You're like here. You can almost see the white. You can see the white like here on your hand.
The grip doesn't matter, it's the hand orientation. So when you're releasing the ball, if your hand is getting to here before the ball's out, it's of course gonna put that axis with backspin on it.
Yeah.
And that's why you're getting the 5 vert. So you gotta carry this longer and just carry this all the way through. Your hand's naturally gonna turn, but you gotta think about carrying that all the way through till the ball's out of your hand. You're still behind
it.
so it still has that cut, that true cutter spin, which is going to give you the lift.
But I feel like I moved up there, and I feel like I was able to pull down better.
That one looked correct live. Yeah, that's it. See that?
Still break early though.
See the dots dead in the center though? See the ball's already off your thumb? The ball slips off your thumb right there. And you can see your fingers are still contacting the outer, like the very edge of the ball. The next frame, the ball rolls and your hand turns, but the ball's already gone.
And the dot's straight out.
And the dot's straight out. That's the one that's gonna go 0 vert and like 4 horizontal.
That's what I want.
Right. So things today seemed pretty normal. I was doing a little bit of complaining. Eric caught a stray. I was helping some teammates with some baseball stuff, but my stomach was feeling a little bit off. It's probably nothing. Yeah, strike 3 on the cutter was a good 8 inches off the plate inside. If the plate was the batter's box line, it was probably still a ball.
And it was inside too.
Inside. It was cutter, kind of crossfire from a lefty, but
It's his forcing, but I think it's cutting.
93 is not bad from left side.
Yeah, last night I came in to relieve through 93 also, but didn't throw any fastballs.
I'm firmly convinced the harder you throw, the less fastballs you should throw.
Edwin Diaz like 60% slider now.
I think your hair looks good. It's the best his hair has ever looked.
Ponce will let you know about your hair too, don't worry. Ponce was on me like week 2 that I was here. Hey, when are you getting your hair cut?
Have you gotten it cut?
No. I did get it cut. I got it like trimmed a little bit. I want to look as bad as I possibly can on TV, so no one tries to set me up again and take $100 million from me.
Yeah.
Bang! If there's a guy on second and I'm going high leg kick, it means I don't care if he steals third. Yesterday I should have been more careful.
Infield hit, stolen base.
Yeah, I actually got off cheap, you know? I didn't pitch yesterday, so I learned a lesson and didn't give up a run. Doors! 89 doors is tough. Firewood! I love when the barrel goes farther than the ball. Great.
Oh!
Take a shower, meat! All right, we won this game already. Let's get on to the second one.
These guys can no wristbands. Why does he have anything from you?
He doesn't even wear my power outage patch. Look, Rafa.
I got it.
4K no power outage. 4K.
No, ese es más fácil.
That's not power outage.
Ponga dos lados.
4K Robinson Cano y no River Bauer. Bang. If I'm their bullpen right now, I'm faking an injury. Like I'm not pitching today. Daniel B is gonna come in, settle this thing down. I can't wait. I'm gonna yell at him nonstop. Your day of reckoning is upon you, Daniel. Daniel trains with me at 4-App in the offseason, so we're buddies. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna talk a little crap to him during the game. Let's see what you got for us today. It's a bad run, bad jog. I don't think sitting 81 in warmups is gonna do it for you. Ball! Ball!
How hard do you throw?
90. Some days it'll be like 92, 93. Some days it'll be like 88. I imagine today's gonna be like an 88 day. 84. Ball. There's a 90.
Play affiliate ball anymore?
He's with the Yankees up to AAA. He had TJ and then came back. He used to throw like mid-9s, I think. Try the bounce pitch. Bang. Ha. Changeup, 89. When your fastball gets read as a changeup, it's not a good feeling. Ball.
17 hits in 3 innings has to be something.
Two and a third innings. Aye. He's like cutter split, 2-seam sweeper. 92? Yeah. Good inning, boys. Ball. What is this constant jersey tucking that's going on? Ball. 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 Slider at 90. Bang.
Oh yeah.
No, 2 out walks all the time. 2 more runs.
20.
2 out walks, 3+ Ernies. Happens all the time. Ball.
His ERA has actually gone down.
No way now, right?
It was an 8-8 when he came into today.
Oh, he got all 3 outs last inning?
I think it was only, he got 2 in the first, so 1 2/3.
With 3 runs? I mean, that's more than a 9 ERA. Unless they marked a couple of those unearned.
Thank you all for coming. I would like to address the defamatory comments made about my outing in Trevor Andrew Bauer's most recent vlog. In regards to my jog into the game, I want the people to know that I was curled around my toilet less than 48 hours before that game. My fastball reading at 89 for a changeup. That was actually a cutter, not a good one, but still a cutter. The 2 out walk and that not being able to happen, yeah, Trevor was absolutely right there. You need to be better. The crack of the bat that was added in to that outing was actually a ground out by Robinson Cano, and I am super happy to have gotten him out because I grew up a huge fan of his. To address the 4 hits that I allowed: ground ball, a jam shot off the hands, a blooper off the end of the bat, which I'm not gonna say it should have been caught, but I'm also not gonna say that it should have dropped. And then you've got another jam shot off the hands that, you know, flipped over the infield. The 8.8 ERA. No comment. And in summary, I came in, gave up 1 hard hit ground ball on a grounder in 10 hitters. I need to punch more tickets. No more questions, no more questions. That's all I came here to say, and that's my piece.
And that was the most interesting thing about this game. We won 18-1, but since the rain canceled my game last night and kept me from getting my win to secure the Triple Crown, we had another game to play today. And our veteran catcher, Francisco Cordova, who had been on the injured list for a couple months, hit a homer and had the walk-off hit to win the game for us in extra innings. And if you're wondering why it's extra innings but it's only the 8th inning, well, doubleheaders in Mexico are 2 7-inning games, not 2 9-inning games.
That you're gonna fly on Sunday. They talk to you about it?
Yeah, Lo texted me.
Yeah,
Cancun.
because we're gonna get and the next day kind of late.
They just really don't want me to see you pitch.
The one time we did, I did terrible. Please.
Well, they wanted me to travel back to Mexico City before that game. I was like, no, I want to see Ponce pitch, so I'm going to stay.
So it was your fault I stunk in Puebla?
Yeah.
I'm not taking the blame on that one.
So I f***ed up
I can't blame the umpire.
because I didn't see you in Veracruz. You punched 11. I didn't see you in Querétaro, and you did well. I'm not going to see you this Sunday, so we'll see if it holds. I just won't show up for your starts. It'll be written that I'm a terrible teammate for that, but really, it's me trying to help you.
Say Bauer's a good teammate on camera.
You'll get canceled for that. He's a great teammate as long as he's not around. Last night, woke up like 4 times throughout the night, splitting headache, really bad stomach issues. Had to use the restroom like 6 different times. Sweated through my sheets. I got to pitch because as it stands right now, Cesar Valdez is 1 win behind me, but he pitches Sunday. If he wins that game, we're tied on wins, which means I'm no longer winning the Triple Crown. So I have to make my next start on Monday, regardless of how I feel. Sit in the sauna for approximately 10 hours. See if I can sweat all this shit out, literally and metaphorically. So last game wasn't actually a game. I went 3 innings. My command kind of let me down because I think I was starting to get sick and I didn't sleep well the night before my start. But I went 3 innings, struck out 4, gave up 2 hits, and 1 run. Then the rain came and canceled the game. So none of that counted. But overall, my stuff was pretty good actually. And my next start is in Cancun at sea level. I haven't gotten to pitch at sea level in like a month and a half. So I'm excited to have my stuff actually move, pitch what I would consider a normal baseball game. And Lo did say that I get 100 pitches next outing instead of my hard cap of 85, so. Hey Paul, can you cue the ominous music here to foreshadow impending doom, please? I love how Yak is like 200 feet away right now, signaling fastball and changeup to me, as if it's gonna make any difference by the time it gets to me what pitch type it was. I appreciate it though. Let's try to throw a split like to my catch play partner. How about that? There we go. You're a little behind.
Still behind it?
You're not holding the football quite long enough.
I feel like I'm pushing it like that.
You just got to hold that supination the whole way through. That was right. The hand was right. It's just you were kind of pulling across instead of directing it forward. Little behind it, but it was better than the early ones, yeah.
I feel like I like the way that felt.
This is the last one you threw, and you can see your hand sneaking behind the ball.
Yeah.
But this is the one before that you threw kind of down.
The one that went straight down?
Yeah. And you can see your hand on the side.
Can you go back to the right at the tip? I feel like it's just better if I could get my fingers closer to the front of the ball.
Yeah.
Because then it helps me keep on the side longer. Because my hand automatically wants to pronate.
Yeah, you
quick.
want to go that way.
It wants to go quick. So I think I need to work my way here. Because anytime I'm here, then I just get behind it and then I push.
If you can get that, if you can hold that, it'll be money. It's just you automatically want to turn and go there because of the fastball.
When I want to like drive my arm has to like turn this way. I don't know why. In my head, I'm trying to like throw it like that through him.
Yeah.
I can't keep it.
Yeah, I think when you think like cut the ball, you think about kind of like doing something on the back side of it because your hand is on the back side of the fastball.
That's how I throw everything.
As opposed to just thinking like you're just going to stay It's like you're slicing it with a knife almost just down the edge. Like you're just staying there.
I could picture it. Like I need to like drive this like that, straight through them like that, but I cannot physically keep that.
Right.
Could you sign my toy?
Yeah. It's a good box.
Whatever you want.
Okay. I like
nice.
this. Got a little earring as well.
And it's like a limited edition, only 1,000 pieces.
Only 1,000 pieces. All right. Well, I better not screw this signature up then. Let's go right here.
Thank you, bro.
Yep. Sure
Have a
thing.
nice day.
You too. Why you gotta do that to me? Why you gotta do that to me? That's f***ed up. Now you pissed me off, so you're gonna get less than 10 hits.
Hey, you're gonna take that video out when you're asking in Puebla how many hits?
You want me to cut it out?
No. I want the video.
Okay. I'll put a Twitter poll with Diablos. Who would get more hits? See what the fans say. How many hits you think he gets 100 at bats?
At least 20.
20?
At least, yeah.
What do you think?
Okay, my question is, how much hits you think you can have out of him? I know you have 5.
I probably hit like 350 off him.
I'm going to hit a hit, and I'm going to
All right.
Your pregame warm-up, like Leal's doing right now, do you go through all your pitches, or do you only go fastball?
In pre-inning?
Yeah, pre-innings.
I go all fastballs. Every now and then I'll throw like one other pitch type, but I don't want to cross the feeling of like 50% throw on a cutter and then try to throw it 100% next, you know? I really appreciate that as a pitcher. It is 10-1 in the 7th, and he's laying out to save me a hit. Look at his strike to ball ratio. He's thrown 12 balls tonight. He's begging for one more. Look at him. Thank you. 299?
Yeah, I missed one, bro.
Next game. Is that a 300 catcher we have now?
300 catcher? Oh, yeah.
We literally have a lineup of 300 hitters. Everyone in our lineup's hitting 300 tonight. Another dominant Eric Leal start, this time against Oaxaca. 7 innings, 11 Ks, 1 earned run, and he finished the game with 299 career strikeouts here in LMB. So next start, he should get 300. Es bueno. There's no one in the stands yet. Bueno, right?
How well can you see out of that?
You can wrestle in this, you can pitch in this, you know? I'm used to playing catch with one eye closed, so I have 2 eyes open right now, but it's basically like having 1 eye. It'll be a nice challenging bullpen for me. If you're wondering what the hell I'm wearing on my head, it's a Lucha Libre mask, given to me by Euphoria to commemorate my 19 strikeout game. I got to meet him a couple days ago, and he gifted me this mask, so today I'm wearing it in his honor. I'm still in a pretty good mood, despite my stomach feeling progressively worse. Beauty over comfort, Ponce. You should know that. Beauty over comfort.
Because it looks like you can't see shit.
We'll see how much I can see in my bullpen. What's your top? Mm-hmm. You hit 102. It's fucking tight. I'm jealous. I gotta figure out how to hit 100 soon, because I kind of want to retire, but I can't retire until I hit 100.
You got a 99 this year, didn't you?
Yeah, a couple of them.
Start with the mask on.
If I could pitch with this on, I would do it. It would be electric.
Hold on. Let's secure Triple Crown first.
Well,
And then ask for permission your last start.
well, here's the problem. I'm gonna be tied in wins by the time I have my next start, and I feel like shit. My stomach is crappy, I'm getting sick. Normally, I would not pitch because I haven't eaten in 2 days and whatever. I kind of need to get this win, but I also can't give up more than like 3 runs because I gotta win the ERA too. So I'm really up against it. Zach Grotz at 2.35.
Is that gross?
Groats? Is it Groats?
Gross, yeah.
Is he good?
Just pitch is good.
He's got a 2.35. He hasn't given up a run like a month. Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch it yet though. I was on the toilet too much this morning. My pants turned brown in the middle of my pen. Let's just cut that part out.
Oh.
Got him. Thank you. Well, my body feels loose, probably because of all the Tylenol and ibuprofen I'm on. Thankfully, it's not too hot where I'm sweating like crazy, because this mask would definitely make me sweat. Shout out to Euphoria for the mask. Thank you. I love it. So one thing I've noticed so far throwing the mask is there's this little strobe effect because there's little holes poked in the eyes. So my depth perception is a little bit off. Not bad enough where I can't see the ball, but definitely challenging the eyesight. This is gonna be good for my pen because it's gonna be a new stimulus for my eyes, trying to track the target. And for a day where I'm not feeling great, it's probably good to challenge myself in that way. I was talking to one of my buddies the other day and he was like, hey, does locking your eyes on the target help sync up your mechanics? I just threw the best pen of my life and my only focus was seeing the target. And my mechanics felt great. I was like, yeah, if you lock your eyes on the target and try to throw as hard as possible, your mechanics will all sync up. Oh, got him.
Big shot will get you.
Okay, yes. Good English. Let's calibrate our command here. Fastball down away. Little down, cutter. There we go. Eyesight is definitely tricky, but doable. Nice. Completely locked. You can get your locked in t-shirt at watch-momentum.com. There we go. Yeah, just a little paint job away. Thank you. Top rope, just You think it would freak out the hitters if they saw me? And if they didn't think that I could see?
Well, he would just have to ask for a bigger hat.
SP, that was one of the better bullpens I've thrown, so I got a pitch in this, you know? Here, look.
Look.
We get
That's a
size 8.
So size 8 hat. Holy cow.
It looks good, right?
Yeah.
Last year,
Take us out of it. It's separated by 17.5 to 22.5, so separated by 5 games from 2nd to 7th. 34-7 against teams that are above 500. There's one other team in the league that has a winning record against above 500 teams. Well, you missed quite the inning.
Well, no, I saw it in the TVs and there were love page and everything. We're leaving. Miguel was like, we're winning, and I was like, yeah. Trying to get me to get to Favela.
You gotta clean your forehead, dude. You got.
No, yeah.
All right, let me see it. It's the most regular haircut I've ever seen. Would you do one size here and then one size there?
It's not as drastic as yours, but I didn't keep the top as long. I haven't had a haircut.
I can tell. I've done it.
Ponce looks at other guys' hair more than he looks at the glove when he's pitching. How's my hair doing?
It's looking all right. Clean up the sideburns a little bit.
Get down. Yep. Ronnie and I have been talking about mechanics recently, and we stumbled upon a cue that he really likes. Nice, dude.
So much better, bro.
Yep.
With that,
Look great.
because I can feel everything. Even when I know when I'm gonna throw a bad pitch, that's why I go
Before, he was counter-rotating his hip and his shoulders in the drift and drop phase, trying to get into his hip because he'd been taught that that's what makes you powerful.
because I can feel.
Yeah.
Before it was like I'm fighting. I don't feel anything now.
Yeah. But really what it does is delay hip rotation and guarantee that your hips and your shoulders rotate at the same time.
I feel everything to the plate. If I pull off, I know I can correct it.
Everything seemed much more direct and like just pure strikes, just like here, and then the sliders were middle and breaking off, not like yanked. So what we discovered is if he thought about keeping his shoulders a little bit more open at the start of his delivery, 2 things happened. One, he could see the target the whole time, so he felt like his command and his direction to the plate was a lot better, and it was. 2, his mechanics felt simpler and easier to adjust, and his velocity didn't suffer at all.
Hey,
Look good.
My football's on time now.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah. Nice job. He ended up completely shutting down one of the best offenses in the league. Now, there's a lot of misinformation about pitching mechanics out there, some of which is leading to the dramatic spike in pitcher injuries in recent years, and coaches are just trying to help. But if they don't have both playing experience and technical knowledge, then their athletes are left with incomplete or incorrect information. This can lead to more injuries and less effective performance on the field, leaving the athletes struggling to accomplish their career goals. But what if there was a way to gain velocity, stay healthy, and perform better all at the same time? I'm in the unique position of having both the playing experience and the technical knowledge to make this a possibility, so I've created an app that allows players to learn directly from me. It's called 4App, and when people sign up for our Ultimate Pitching program, I analyze their mechanics, detail all the areas that they can improve, and create a throwing program for them that's 100% customized to their needs. Every program updates daily based on how the athlete's body is feeling that day and contains drills, reps, weights, and intensities designed to maximize performance gains while keeping them healthy. In addition, everyone who signs up gets access to a 9-part video series detailing everything that I've learned about pitching mechanics in my lifetime. The same knowledge that helped me win a Cy Young Award and sign one of the biggest contracts in MLB history. So if you're looking to take your game to the next level, don't waste another second. Search 4App Sports in the App Store, scan the QR code, or click the link in the description to get started now. Does Cano have a hit tonight?
No.
Yeah, I haven't mentioned anything about this until now because, you know, baseball gods and superstitions and everything like that. Robbie was about 10 games away from breaking the franchise record hit streak. So we need him to get up.
Yeah.
We need a walk right here and then a hit for Cano. And we were all hoping to get another shot at it tonight, but Barreto hit a walk-off single with Robbie on deck to push our win streak to 5 games. Come on, Frankie! Yes, Frankie! And so ends Robinson Cano's hit streak. Unfortunate. And despite the good feeling of winning the game, my body was feeling much worse. And with my start only 2 days away, that was not a good sign. See you, doctor.
Oh, okay. Hospital? No?
No hospital yet, but doctor, and then no pitch tomorrow.
Ah, okay.
So, update. My stomach is in terrible shape, and I'm not pitching tomorrow. I'm flying back to the United States to see a doctor and try to figure out what's going on. Try to play catch today, and then get on a flight later to go get checked out. So, no idea when this is gonna be better. Slept for like 3 hours max last night. Had to use the restroom like 10 different times. 5-6 days in a row of that. I haven't slept more than 5 hours in like a week. Yeah, I haven't really been able to eat for 3 days. So I'm in bad shape. So I have a lot of concerns about this. One, I'm gonna miss at least 1, if not 2 starts, most likely 2 starts. After today, I'll probably be tied on wins. Also, I need 12 more innings to even qualify. I'm at 81 right now, I need 93. So that's on the personal side. And honestly, I have no idea if this is gonna get fixed before end of season, which is 2 weeks away. Supposed to start the first playoff game in 2.5 weeks, so no idea if I'll be able to do that. Dude, rotating does not feel good. I definitely don't have anything to work on today. The only reason I'm playing catch is to try to move my arm. Probably won't play catch for the next couple days while I'm getting evaluated, trying to feel better, so. That's it, biker. The next day, I flew back to the United States to get evaluated, and I filmed some stuff, but my dumbass deleted it before giving it to my editors, so here's the basics. After a terrible travel day, I finally made it home on the evening of Monday, July 15th. On Tuesday the 16th, I had a colonoscopy, and by Thursday the 18th, I was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis, so I was given some medication to clean that up. After the procedure on Tuesday, I ended up having little muscle twitches all over my body, but I didn't think much of it at the time, I just figured it was leftover effects from the anesthesia. I ended up missing 2 starts, and by the time I got back to Mexico City on Sunday the 21st, Cesar Valdez had won another game, which means he was only 1 behind me for the league lead in wins. And that meant I really needed to get a win in my next start on the 25th to secure the Triple Crown. So, it's time to get ready for that. Why do my ankles feel weak? Both of my ankles feel like I have no stability in them. I got a bullpen tomorrow. Today we're in Mexico City. Tomorrow morning I fly to Leon, throw a bullpen, and pitch on Thursday. So I play a nice little game of catch today, get my body moving. My ankles and my legs feel completely like destabilized. I have no idea why. I've never felt like that before. Paul, it's me again. Please cue the ominous, foreboding, something terrible is about to happen music right here as a way of letting our viewers know that something terrible is about to happen. One thing that was going on before I got sick was I was drifting across my body too much. So now I was trying to throw and I was kind of cutting the ball. My fastball was dead. I'm trying to make sure that my direction is going straight to my target. Honestly, it feels weird throwing, even though the difference is probably like not that much. But I want to make sure that when I go to pitch next game, my command has as good a chance as possible of being good, because I won't have pitched in a game for like 15 days, so 2 weeks. Got to make sure I'm starting my delivery correctly. So I have weight on the ball of my foot and big toe, and then I'm not allowing myself to do this as a first movement and drift across, that I'm going straight down, and that's directing me straight towards my target. Also, another thing I'm feeling is when I step across my body, I can kind of block here with my glove side, and then everything kind of rotates together to get around. But when I'm stepping to my target, my glove side blocks and I rotate like this, I'm pulling the ball. So I got to make sure that my glove side is being active and loading by the time my front foot hits, so that I can like direct my hand straight to the target. Definitely feeling a little bit off mechanically today. I do notice though that when I get it right, the ball has way more carry to it, even here at altitude, so that's nice. If you want insights like this into your delivery, reminder to check out 4app. I hadn't fully rejoined the team yet, but we lost our game on Sunday to end our 10-game winning streak. Our third 10-game winning streak of the season, by the way. But after playing catch on Monday, I rejoined the team in Leon on Tuesday the 23rd. What time is it now? 5:45-ish?
Go back to Arizona. You
California.
California. Hospital? No? Doctor?
Doctor, no hospital.
Okay.
Anesthesia,
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
and they shoved the tube up my butt. Colonoscopy. They like took like tissue samples of my like flesh,
Yeah.
like biopsy tissue from my colon, and like analyzed it. No bueno. No bueno. Dude, why do my legs feel so weird right now? Dude, it feels like I've never done athletic activity in my life before. I'm not kidding. I feel like I'm on ice right now.
Feel like a fucking baby deer.
I almost just rolled my ankle like walking. I have like no sensation in my feet either. Like they're not numb, but I just can't like, none of the muscles in my lower body are activated right now. That's what it feels like.
My buddies in Cancun that play for Cancun were like, hey, did he do it on purpose because our owner started talking shit about the Diablos? I was like, no, bro, he's really sick.
Yeah, he's not even in the country anymore. He's laying on his side in a hospital with a tube shoved up his ass right now.
They're like, oh, we thought since the article came out that the owner was talking shit on Diablos, but they decided to say, you know what, there goes your sellout.
No, I wanted to pitch against him.
Yeah, you wanted that sea level start.
I wanted that sea level start. Guess this is what happens when you don't do anything for 7 days and you are under anesthesia and are sick. I don't know. So much for that advertisement, huh? I think what it is like my calf muscles aren't activating. Like I have like no strength in moving my, it's like my lower legs are just completely shut down activation wise, but I lifted 2 days ago. Yeah. I didn't go heavy, but it's like when I go to like lift my foot like dangles and I have no ability to like hold my foot like in dorsiflexion, which makes it really hard to run because I go to run and it's like I'm dragging my toes. Also, I've been having a ton of twitching. You know, like when you're laying there and the muscle just like won't stop like twitching? Yeah. I've been having that all over my body though, like throughout the day. All right, I gotta make sure my direction is good today. So that's gonna be the focus and catch play. I have like no stability in my ankles at all right now. It's like I land and I go to like stick it and my ankle just goes, nope, and it rolls. So weird. Yep, there it goes.
The grass is not even.
It has nothing to do with the grass, I promise you. What is this? That's just in the middle of the outfield.
There's 2 of them. There's 3 of them.
Yeah, it's a whole line.
I guess that's how the field drains.
I guess so, but like, what if a ball goes in that? What if someone's foot goes in that? Also, can we get some lights on in the stadium? It is so dim right now. Dude, if I overthrow my catcher right now, I'm smoking someone in the stands. Okay, so I can't rotate off my backside because my ankle's dead. And I can't block on my front side because my ankle's dead. What is going on? Don't step in that hole, Kev. Looks like death. I'm dead. Send me to the morgue. Don't call a trainer, I'm fine. No, I'm fine. Ambulance, hospital.
Al hospital.
Sí.
¿Dónde te dio?
I got hit like right here. Ronnie got me. As I was walking behind. Pull yank slider. Okay. Maybe my ankles are starting to wake up. Good split there. Just a backdoor slider. Good effort. I missed a little bit, but I like the effort. Oh, that was not a good effort. Yeah, no backside activation on that. Okay. Whoopsies. Pretty sure this is not gonna move, but we're gonna try come back two seam. Well, that definitely moved. I wish I could throw that pitch in the game, SB. If you could throw that in the game, no one would ever hit it. You can throw it in catch and you can throw it here, but when you get in the game, it just goes boop.
Sometimes with the split, you get good movement on it going down, but some of them got movement going this way. You using this, you do it on your own because you want to, or?
Sometimes when the good ones that go this way, I'm here and I accelerate my hand all the way through it and finish the pitch. The bad ones, I want to see it move. Mm-hmm. And so I rotate and I stop here and my hand just kind of cuts it. Instead of getting all the way through the pitch like a fastball, When I get through it like a fastball, those are the ones that have the good movement.
Yeah.
It's like it's new, and so or it's the newest pitch, and so I want to see it do something. And so instead of just trusting it and throwing it like every other pitch.
The good point that I see is the acceleration that you have with them.
Yeah.
You know, no one recognizes it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's another thing which is different, talking about, you know, the way you create the movement on your wrist.
Yeah.
You know, because I used to throw a splitter.
Yeah.
But sometimes I play with this, you know, against the lefties.
When you say your thumb, so you put more pressure with the thumb, or how?
And this one.
Okay.
You know.
And that's the one you want to go like to a lefty, you put more pressure because you want it to go.
The movement
Yeah.
that way.
Gotcha. Interesting. Okay. I'll have to play around with that. See if the thumb. Thanks, SB. Dude, Jiggly already made his debut. Yeah, but he's ready. We're gonna roll with Jiggly next outing. We'll see. I think it's Jiggly with the red uniforms and gold one with the teal one with the teal uniforms. That's what I think. I started feeling in the pen. I was like feeling my right knee a little bit because my back foot was so dead that when I went to rotate, it was all going to my knee instead of being like on my toe and like rolling that way because I don't have any like activation in my foot. Oh, there we go. Now we got some lights. Look at my ankle. When I try to walk on the outside, see it just like caves in. It doesn't do that on my left. I can hold it stable. This entire part of my foot is just like so turned off and dead. Pretty good. No, it's splitter. You see, on camera. It needs to activate. It's dead. It's like there's no activation in this part of my foot. Despite having no ability to activate the muscles in my feet or my calves or anything really below my knee, my bullpen actually went okay. Now, I was a little concerned at this point, but I figured after doing some more strenuous activity today, my body would wake up and be better tomorrow. So I tried to do some light barefoot jogs and ankle activations to help with this.
Hey, Cutter's coming along.
What? When's it gonna debut?
Anytime.
Yeah?
I was so close to throwing one in Veracruz. I posted the guy out, and Nazika put his cutter before the guy got to the plate. Freaked me out. I was like,
that's the time you gotta be like, oh, he's feeling it. I gotta rip it.
Thank you, Lower.
Yep.
This guy's got great pace.
Does he? That's about as dead zone fastball as you can get. You're going quick.
I can feel it.
Out of the stretch, you're just like,
I can feel it.
yeah.
Am I even going down?
Yeah.
I don't
It's
think
like
I am.
it's like forward before down.
I might cutter angle.
Your pitcher last game here, what is that, like the third or fourth start?
This will be my fourth, but the third one got rained out after 3 innings, so it doesn't count. I'm referring to this incident from earlier in the season, and if you haven't seen it, you can check out the full video right here.
You can do the glove thing again.
No, their manager's gone.
They fired him?
Yeah, different manager. Now I can't even get him back, you know?
What I want to know is why Saltia traded this guy and that left filler or whatever that one guy was.
Yeah, the 3-hole hitter. Rhinell something.
He's a leadoff. He was
lead off on Saltillo. He's hitting 3 here tonight anyway. I feel like Saltillo just cleaned house. They got rid of everybody.
Right there already.
So that's a baseball oddity. There's this rumor out there that every single game a hitter will foul ball off and it will go between his legs. And despite being looked into and disproven infinite number of times, Ponce still believes it.
Literally has happened. By the way, it literally has happened every game. Ask Ronnie. Ask Ronnie.
Literally has not.
Literally since you left, every single game I pointed one out. I wasn't even out here for a lot of the innings. I just come out here. It happened. It just happened right there. Right now, you're 1 for 1.
Are you positive that went between his legs?
100%. It hit his front leg and shot backwards. All I care about is if you throw your slider in the green area of the spot. It doesn't matter if they score 14 runs off it. As long as you throw your slider right there, they're happy.
One thing Ponce doesn't believe in is pitcher heat maps. They look like this, and basically, if you throw the pitch in the green area, it's better for the pitcher, and if you throw it in the red, it's better for the hitter. And I'm a big believer in pitcher heat maps, but Ponce is not. But if you throw your slider in that little green area over the course of a season, you'll be way better than if you don't.
That way. When I was with Tacoma in the Mariner system, I went 6 innings, 1 run, and out of 100, I got a score of 7 because I threw 80% heaters. I still struck out 7. The guy the next day went like 4 innings, 5 runs, and got like a 77 on the score because he threw like 60% sliders and he hit every area that he was supposed to. Like, oh, slider on the green, like, okay. And then the next game, 6 innings, 2 runs, got like a 10 on my pitching score because I threw 70% heaters and like other off speed, I didn't throw any for a strike, but I just blew everyone away with heaters. And then when I started throwing my slider, started getting like 50 scores, but I started giving up 3-4 runs in a game.
Like in 2020, I threw like 65% fastballs.
Every year I throw 60% plus fastballs. And against the Miami Marlins, I threw 94 pitches, 91 fastballs. 25 innings, 1 run. It was the Miami Marlins in Miami, yes, but that's still the big leagues.
Played with San Francisco for a little bit.
He said you gotta come, bro. Do whatever you gotta do, and you gotta leave.
We already talked about it. I'm being selfish tomorrow.
I think you make him hurt.
I would be nervous too if I ditched my catch play partner, you know?
We're not bringing this up. Where have you been?
I went away to war and he cheated on me with the neighbor.
Literally been gone 2 weeks, and now he wants to be my catch partner.
You weren't even
For those 2 weeks?
you weren't even my catch play partner. Yeah, we broke up before that.
He was gone for like 5 days before that.
You cheated on me while I was at war.
What, you died and then you came back alive?
You didn't even send me a letter.
You died, and then I don't know how they resurrected you, and then you came out of nowhere.
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna throw with you until Trevor gets back. That's all you could have done.
Theodore looked at me with the wanting eyes, and he said, "I'm your man." And I knew it from that point on. Every time, right here.
Yeah, you got seduced. You broke our
But
vows.
he's there every single day. Every single day he's been there. He doesn't have no stomach problems. He doesn't have no all-star games. He doesn't have any extracurricular business activities. He's there every day, whether he hurts my hand or not.
You could have just ended it, you know? Instead of cheating, have some respect. I mean, send me a fucking DM on Instagram. You know what I mean?
I have Instagram.
Email me, something.
Well, if he's going to be a real good teammate, he wouldn't come here
Not
tomorrow.
go behind his back.
You throw at the hotel and then sleep the rest of the day. You need to get ready for tomorrow anyways.
If I was a good teammate, I would tell you you're being superstitious and you need to stop being a pussy.
It's not being superstitious when it's facts. Pitch good when you're gone, not good when you're there.
I've seen some pretty shitty outings from you, and I've seen some pretty good outings from you. It's a mixed bag.
But when you're gone, it's 100% good.
That's a tiny sample size.
See how much you're gone right here?
And I did see Puebla.
Yeah, that was the worst one of my entire career. Didn't even get an out.
I've never done that.
I've never done that, and I've had a lot of bad.
I've not made it out of the first twice.
I've not made it out of the first, I think twice. One in college, one in pro ball.
I had 2 outings where I went 2/3 of an inning and gave up 5 in the big leagues.
You just feel terrible for the entire team, you know?
One of them I did in the first game of a 2-9 doubleheader.
I did the first game of the 2-7 doubleheader.
They called me up from the minors to pitch the first game, and I went 2/3 and gave up 5.
Oh.
We swept that doubleheader.
What was this?
It was in 2013 with Cleveland.
You were with Cleveland?
I was with Cleveland in 13, and we were playing White Sox.
I was going to say the White Sox. It's the only team that sounds like they would do something like that.
They sent me back to the hotel and sent me down, and then
Before the second game?
yeah,
No.
and then didn't call me up the rest of the year.
After when you got pulled after the 2/3, where did you go? Sit in the clubhouse the rest of the game?
I got my whatever little like post throwing stuff done, and then sat in the dugout the rest of the game.
What do you got there? What do you got?
I keep telling him he should unbutton this
What do
one.
you got?
You know?
He wants 3.
This one, no.
Yeah. I keep saying he should pitch like that. You know? There's no fixing this.
Fixing this? Someone's got to look at the dugout, man. It's me. It's my job.
Look at those sides. Look at that nose, man.
I used to have a straight nose, then I got surgery, and then now it's crooked.
Wait, did surgery make your nose crooked?
A lot crooked.
Oh my God, it actually is crooked.
I just bent it, but
That way, it can move like that?
yeah.
He moves. What?
Over under 12 pitches this inning. 12 and a half.
Over. You can't just keep having like 4 or 5 pitch innings, you know?
If they're smart, no.
Well, we know they're not smart.
He's going to throw right down the middle.
You're going less.
Take the under again.
Oh, a hesitation? You don't got that.
I definitely don't have a hesitation.
You don't got that in your game. That's 11, right? Oh, yes. Winner. Sick, dude. That guy. Despite Brooks pitching well, we gave up 4 runs in the 7th to lose the game 5-4. Now, we're only a couple weeks from the end of the season. We still haven't lost 3 in a row, so tomorrow's game is extra important to keep that streak going. The key to the pitching delivery is literally like this. It's a sequence of like hip, shoulder, arm. Like if you can get really good at just doing that.
Like what we were talking about with Ponce, the whip.
Yeah. Just like that. It literally feels like from here down is paralyzed. Like I have no ability to move it. It's not obviously not quite that bad, but that's what it feels like. Dude, every time I block, I go to rotate, my whole entire leg just opens up like this. I have no lateral stability in my ankle at all. So I had hoped that doing some activity yesterday would help my situation, but it didn't. It just made it worse. Yesterday, my right ankle was worse than my left. Today, my left ankle was worse than my right, but my right hadn't gotten any better, so I was definitely going the wrong direction. I had no clue what was going on. I'd never felt like this before, and I was definitely very worried about my start tomorrow. Good news is the rest of my body feels loose and good. It's just I have no control of the lower extremities. Yeah, I have no, like, there's no stability.
We'll be rooting for you tomorrow.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
God bless you.
Thank you, you too.
Did you ever do any of that? Like tip? Anything with your
Yeah, it's always rock solid, and I can't like, see my leg, like.
Well, I've tore this Achilles, so I know a little bit about the leg. It still don't feel the same.
How'd you tear it?
Pitching.
Really?
Going to cover first.
Oh.
The first step. I was out of baseball for 3 years, working at an investment firm.
Damn.
And then I started throwing again and started throwing harder. The Brewers re-signed me to draft me out of high school. And then my second start, I tore my Achilles. And that was like when I came back from baseball, I figured out how to throw harder. I was sitting 97 that day.
Yeah.
I was like, this is gonna be fun. I was like on the rubber, like on the mound like this when I pushed. It felt like I felt like I stepped on a hole. And I realized now, in this machine, my problems are my shin. You just have to jump more. You have to get used to it.
I'll do plate stuff where I put a plate right here and I lift, and I do like all sorts of, you know, you're here and you hold. I'm always locked in, and now I'm like, I can't do it. It's just in the last like three or 4 days. I think it's probably has something to do with the medication or the anesthesia I was on. It's like partial paralysis below my knee. It's so weird.
Injury, like gets the hip all the way cleared. I don't really hit that anymore. I need to go inside.
Am I being kicked out?
Or to the hotel because
Well, my plan was to watch, and then as soon as the inning ends, like duck and go in, so he didn't know I was here. But maybe it's just my presence.
I think just your presence just makes him nervous.
Dude, I don't know what the fuck is going on right now. What is he doing? Is this my fault? Should we go now? The last time I saw Ponce pitch, he didn't get an out.
Just gave
Doors.
You feel powerful doing that? Or what do you
Catch it. Catch it. That was very high. That could have been bad, but way limit it. I'm like,
Your fault, why are you here?
we're going that route. It's one run. You're fine.
You see the carry on my heater? I'm to look.
18. Cutter was, I think, 5.
-6. I saw it. Better than normal, but it's slow. It's like 86, 85 right now.
That's fine.
It's all right. We can hit, so
Yeah.
you're gonna be fine. You're gonna throw 6 pitches next inning, so 2 pop-ups.
That was crushed.
If Cam didn't walk so many fucking guys.
For who?
For me.
For you?
Yeah, for me.
No shit. No way.
For me.
For who?
For me.
For who?
For one guy right there says this is for his song.
So you lied to me.
No.
You said for me, for me.
For me.
It's not for you.
For me. I never asked you for sign. Come on.
Do you want me to sign it too?
Yeah, why not? Sure. Trevor Bauer, you remember the other day?
I said I was Trevor Bauer in
The other day.
the airport.
Yeah, you said.
Attaboy.
And they said, no, you're not. And I kept walking.
Why'd you ask me in the first place then?
Yeah. Like,
Inside? Inside, right?
yeah. Oh, my name. It's like Kyle Martin. That kind of swing.
Is Bees still here? Is Bees still with him, or did he get released? What are we doing? He hasn't hit a fastball all night, all year. What are we doing? Ponce's homer was right there too.
Oh, was?
I've never seen him hit. That's why I'm watching.
Yeah.
He's hit 2. That was a heater, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He's hit 2 heaters, and they've both been like kind of this inner third.
A lot of lefty barrels are just kind of like they love the down and in pitch, at least on heaters.
I feel like we got to go either like above or away if you're going to go heater, right? I feel like it's got to be a lot of off-speed stuff to him. SB said you'd like to talk to me.
What we got going on?
Below my knees shut down. Like I didn't really have any control of my feet the last couple days. Threw a bullpen yesterday. It was worse yesterday. Better today. Better after treatment. Should be fine.
You sure? I don't need no bullshit.
I threw a pen yesterday. It was worse.
I hadn't checked my phone the whole game, and then I got a text from Rachel.
She's trying to sell me out, huh?
Uh-huh.
Last time I tell her anything. She's a worrier, Lo.
All right, I'm trusting you now.
I'll be fine.
Paul, ominous music, please. Thank you. Earlier in the game, I tried to get some treatment to help the calf and the ankle situation. We hooked me up to an electrical stim machine and used that to get full muscle contraction. And it worked. It was the first time in days that I'd been able to feel a full muscular contraction, and it actually felt really good. So at this point, I figured that I had solved the problem, and tomorrow I would be all fixed.
Let's get this show on the road. Let's get on out of here.
Get out of here, yeah. We're right.
We got a 6-run lead. It's the 9th inning, and it's raining.
You gotta be so stupid. I'm telling you, man. I'm afraid of playoff.
Fear not. We'll be fine. Who do you think we play first round? Veracruz, you think? Tabasco, Puebla? I bet you we play Veracruz.
We just break your record.
What?
We just break your record. That's 19 baseball.
19th base on ball today?
Yeah.
No.
19. Oh my God.
It's
It's 11:30?
11:30, yeah.
Is this supposed to rain tomorrow? Is this supposed to rain tomorrow?
I think it's gonna be the same thing as this.
I better not pitch like 3 innings and then get rained out. I'm gonna be furious if that happens.
We won the game 15-9 to
go.
avoid losing 3 in a row for the first time all season, and now, after 2 long weeks, it was finally my turn to pitch. If I get this win, I win the Triple Crown.
Tonight's game is going to get rained out. This is what the field looks like right now. Warning track is turf here, but in the outfield it is dirt. So yeah, no game tonight, which means I'm not going to pitch, which creates a lot of problems. I was supposed to pitch today the 25th, then again on the 30th, and then on the 4th to start the first game of playoffs. I've not pitched in like 15 days because I was sick. So now I'm going to pitch tomorrow, but that means that I'll have to have a short rest start in the regular season to get on track for playoffs, or tomorrow will be my last start of the season. Neither of those are great options. Also, there are 3 people piled up behind me at 9 wins for the Triple Crown. I have 10. Tonight, Cesar Valdez is pitching. So if he gets a win, then I'll need to get at least 1 more win to win the Triple Crown. If he doesn't get a win and I get a win tomorrow or whenever I pitch next, then I'll pretty much lock up the Triple Crown. So that's on the line. There's 2 other people, Enoa and Robert Stock. They're both at 9, but Robert pitched yesterday and didn't get the win, and Enoa pitched today and took a loss. Also, we have a 6-hour drive at least back from here in León to Mexico City. We'll probably get on the road here about 9:20, which means I won't be getting in till at least 3:20 in the morning, which is not ideal for a sleep schedule for a start. So who knows how that's going to go tomorrow. And I have no idea what the weather is going to be like tomorrow in Mexico City. I basically have no idea when I'm going to pitch again. I've thrown a total of 1 start in July. I've thrown a total of 136 pitches in July. I threw 129 in 1 game against Oaxaca when I struck out 19 by comparison. Now we're worried about my workload in reverse because I haven't pitched at all in July. So I'm basically going to go into playoffs when I'm expected to throw 110 pitches or so every 4th day after not having pitched at all in July. This whole thing is just a giant fucking mess.
Okay, not my day to pitch. Let's try this again.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. So I guess we're delayed now? This is fucking insane. The baseball gods really do not want me to pitch.
Oh, they do. They just want to test you. They want to know what you're made of.
I've had plenty of tests.
They don't know. We know,
I had
but they don't know.
had a deadly disease.
Little did I know, I was about to be tested even more.
My left calf is completely dead. Can't really feel it or use it. So this ought to be interesting.
Going into the game, I knew it was going to be a disaster. And admittedly, I was being selfish.
This is not good, Kev.
Winning this game didn't mean anything for the team because we'd already clinched the first overall seed in playoffs. But it meant a lot to me because this win could secure me the Triple Crown, and I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I didn't at least try to get it.
Oh man, I have no control over my legs from the knee down on either leg. Can you do me a favor? Can you grab some of the bullpen guys and just let them know to be ready because I might not make it very long tonight.
All right, yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Good.
Okay, well the goal is just to be able to throw strikes because my feet feel terrible. I have no landing leg. First pitch homer, huh?
Yep, that's Alan Hansen. Now, he played in Japan last year, and I've pitched against him a little bit here and there. I didn't expect him to hit a fastball away for a homer on the first pitch. I was just trying to throw it for a strike, not how I wanted to start. We got to get through this. I just got to make it 5 innings, and I can't give up more than 5 earned runs.
I did throw a strike though, so that's good. Let's see if I can do it again. Maybe this one will go to someone. Okay, so missing high arm side is because of the block leg.
Now, mechanically, I had some serious issues this game. I wasn't able to drive off of my backside, which means my hips weren't able to rotate. That means when my foot landed in the front, my block leg had extra work to do. But I didn't have any stability in my block leg ankle, so it couldn't do that work. So my hips basically were inactive, which means that my torso was not rotating to the point where I'm used to it rotating. And I was leaving a lot of balls high and to the arm side because of these mechanical problems, all due to the partial paralysis that I had going on below my knees.
This is a struggle.
So now that I'm behind 2-0, I just need to throw a strike, but I don't have any confidence with my off-speed stuff because I haven't been able to calibrate for my new mechanics yet. So that leaves me in a pretty tough position. 2-0, he knows he's going to be getting a fastball. I have to throw a fastball, try to throw it in the zone, and I'm not throwing very hard because I can't use my lower half. Not a good situation.
Okay, late on fastball. Cutter in.
So after the 2-0 fastball away, he was a little bit late on it, so I thought, okay, that one started in the middle and kind of ran to the right. Let me start one in the middle and run it to the left. Maybe I can get a cutter in on his hands and get a cheap little pop-up right here. And you can see the same problem manifesting itself on the cutter that I was having on the fastball earlier in the at-bat. It's high and to the arm side of where I would like it to be because I'm not able to get my hand out to the normal release point.
All right, we gotta get this in the zone. Okay, please go to someone. Thank God. That's what tonight's going to be about, is hoping that the ball gets hit to someone. Okay, Leonis Martin, my friend. But not tonight, you're my enemy. Dude, it's such a struggle to throw strikes right now. Good swing, Leo.
So for the second hit in a row, I tried to throw a first pitch fastball for a strike and fell behind 1-0. This time though, I decided to go with the 1-0 cutter and I threw it right in the middle of the zone. Leo's got a lot of homers this year and he usually hits those mid-speed pitches in the middle of the zone. So I got away with one right there. That was a homer pitch.
Yeah, curveball. I like that. Put the hand out.
So there, I'm reminding myself of my normal cue, which is to get the hand out on the curveball, meaning try to drive the hand as far towards the plate as possible. Only here, I wasn't able to drive it anywhere close to as far to the plate as I normally do because of the leg issues, and I missed terribly. Now we're behind 2-1, and I probably have to throw a fastball right here.
Yep.
Unfortunately for me, after I'd thrown him 2 off-speed pitches, that 92 probably played a little bit faster than 92, and I just jammed him a little bit.
Thank God that went to Cano, because I cannot cover first base tonight either.
Now, even though this ball is hit to second, it was hit towards the right side of the infield. So my natural instinct was to start covering first base. And you can see on the replay that I just can't run. I can't feel my feet. It feels like I'm running with walking boots on, and it's just not a good situation.
Let's swing, Leo. Okay, Gracio's a bunch of homers this year. Nope. Let's see if we get a fastball away here. We'll go in. Okay. I want that call, but it's a ball.
And for the third hitter in a row, we are way behind in the count. I'm really just struggling to throw the ball anywhere close to the zone. I'm having my catcher set up in the middle. I'm not trying to be perfect here. I'm just trying to throw a strike, and it is a struggle.
Bat, right there, right there, right there. Back, up, stay in, maybe. Nice try, nice try.
So when that ball was popped up, I was really hoping that it would stay in play and Pat could make a play and get me out of this first inning with only 1 run. Unfortunately, it didn't. So after throwing the 2-0 cutter that he was a little bit early on, I decided to slow the speed down a little bit.
See if we can land a slider. way out in front of that.
And after he was way out in front of that, I figured I could just throw another one and hopefully he would just roll it in play somewhere. And generally that means that you're going to get a ground ball. If the hitter's out in front of it, but not super out in front of it to miss it, generally that's a ground ball.
Slider again, I think. Throw a competitive one. Chaser, thank you. Oh my God.
And I got the chase to get the strikeout there, but I was not really happy about it. Normally I'd be like, oh, chaser, and I'd be in a much better mood about getting a strikeout.
Just so you know, I can't run. So if there's a bunt or something, be extra aggressive on it. Because I probably
know this?
Yeah, I just talked to him. I can't do a calf raise.
Yeah, they said that in it was just your left leg in wherever. Is it getting worse?
It's not getting better. If this was any other night, I would not pitch. But Cesar Valdez won, so he's tied at 10 wins with me. And if I can manage to get a win tonight, it cements the Triple Crown. And honestly, I might take myself out of this game if it gets any worse, because it's almost impossible to throw strikes right now. And all of this against the second best offense in the league. Good thing this guy has a 7 ERA, so we should score against him.
So in the bottom of the first, my team put up 2 runs to give me a 2-1 lead, so now I have a chance of getting this win. I just need to not give up a run here.
Just gotta make it 4 more innings and not give up a run. Please give me that call, I could use that.
Yet another hitter where I'm behind 1-0. Now, usually with this guy's swing, I would see all that movement and all the big bat flare and leg kick and everything like that. Now I'd throw some timing disruptions in there. I'd throw some cutters in on the hands, some fastballs up. You probably wouldn't be able to get to it. But I'm not thinking about sequencing at this point of the game. I'm just thinking about please throw a strike and hit it to someone.
Okay, chased it up there at 90. That's about all I got tonight though, unfortunately.
So after I got the swing on 90 up and in, I decided to try a timing disruption, and that didn't feel good. My right ankle started to hurt. I was out of sync mechanically, even more than I have been all night, and I missed my spot way above the zone. Now I'm right back behind in the count.
That's his nitro zone, and I'm lucky there.
And yeah, so we've thrown him 3 straight fastballs, and now I threw him a 4th straight fastball at 91 down and in, and I'm so lucky that he missed that because that should have been a homer. I don't think I could design a better sequence to give up a homer than the sequence that I just threw him right there. 2-2, and maybe I can still get an out here. That's what's going through my head.
Do I go change up here or back foot cutter? Curveball's a nice choice. Get the hand out. I really like dead zone cutter here. Throw it hard. Thank you.
Now, for a routine ground ball to first base, there's a lot going on here, so let me explain. First, I tried to throw a back foot cutter, and it was nowhere close. It was, again, high into the arm side, and it missed up and away. He put this ball in play. Now, before this inning, I had talked to my first baseman, and I'm like, hey, I can't run and I can't cover first base. So when this ball was grounded to first base, my first baseman was playing pretty deep in the infield, so I was trying to get over to cover the base anyway. Now, fortunately for me, he was able to get there before the runner because I was not able to beat the runner to first base. When I took my first couple steps off the mound to try to cover, my left foot was completely dead. So I stepped on it and stumbled because I couldn't feel it. Then the next step I took with my right foot, I kicked myself in the back of the right calf with my left foot because it was just completely paralyzed and I had no ability to use it. And then I was trying to run over to first base as if I had a walking cast boot on each of my legs. It was not a pretty sight, and the people in the dugout noticed it immediately.
All good.
¿Todo bien, señor?
Todo bien. All good.
¿Seguro?
All good.
¿Sí?
Sí.
Te ve rengueando mucho hacia primera.
I'm going 5 innings. It's all good. Let me pitch. Let me pitch. Let me pitch. I'm fine to pitch.
Getting worse?
Let me get through 5.
Worse.
Let me try.
Let's try. Short.
Now look, at that point in the mound visit, I knew that I had no business pitching this game. I was trying to get through 5, and after a couple ground balls here and there and a couple balls going to people, I thought maybe I could sneak this out.
Let's lead with a slider.
So for the first time all game, I have thrown a first pitch strike, and it has not ended up in a homer. Now I'm actually ahead in the count, which is great. I can try to sequence a little bit here. That was a first pitch cutter. Even though it was 81, my cutter velocity was way down. So it's really hard to differentiate between what was the cutter and what was the slider. My sweeper is usually 81, my cutter is usually 88. This game, my cutter was 81, 83, and my sweeper was like 77 to 80. So it was just all mixing together, and I just didn't really have the same type of sharpness on any of the pitches that I'm used to.
Throw a heater here. Yeah, slider works. Yes!
So there's a slide step sweeper off the plate, and I get a little check swing to go 0-2. Now I have a chance of getting this out.
We gotta go there again. Okay, down. Okay, now we go heater away.
So after the 0-2 slider that missed the zone by a lot, I figured I could use that tunnel and try to get a freeze on a fastball down and away. Unfortunately, I missed with that fastball right in the middle, and he almost put this ball in play. Now, reading this swing, he hit this ball pretty hard and it was barely foul. So I'm saying, okay, he's still on about fastball timing. I can probably go back to a slow pitch here and get a good result. So 1-2, I tried the slider again. I went with the slide step, but I just didn't throw it anywhere close to the zone. Not close enough to get a swing anyway. So we're 2-2.
2-2.
Now originally in this count, after I'd missed badly with some sliders, I thought about going heater up and in, try to get a little pop up on the infield.
Heater up and in.
But my catcher called a slider and I decided to go with it again, just trying to throw it for a strike, hoping to get a ground ball.
Get it close to the zone.
Now I missed my spot again by about 2 feet, but I got the chase, so one less out that I have to get. I'll take it.
Okay, my right ankle really hurts because I can't rotate off of it.
So what was going on with my right ankle at this point? Well, normally my foot is planted on the ground and then it starts to roll to the inside and I go up on my toe and the foot turns over. Tonight, I wasn't able to do any of that, so my foot was just dragging off sideways off the mound and I was putting a lot of pressure on the inside part of my ankle.
That's going to be a pain in the ass tomorrow.
Next up is Ruiz, and I decided to go with an off-speed pitch here to try to get a quick little first pitch swing rollover. I went with the split.
Yes, check. That was a good pitch. Wish it was a swing though.
Now normally at altitude, my split does not move that much, so I was a little bit miscalibrated on where I needed to start that pitch. Not that I had any command of where I could start it, I was just trying to throw it for the middle, but that actually had some pretty good movement. It surprised me even in the game.
Okay. Gotta get in the zone here, fastball away. Late on that.
So after falling behind 2-0 and then throwing a fastball up and away and getting a swing through, I decided to go back to the fastball because he was late on that one. I just decided to move this one to the inner part of the plate, hopefully get to the hands and get a little broken bat, maybe a pop-up.
Take that.
Now in a normal game, after seeing 2 swing throughs on a fastball and being in a 2-2 count, I would just throw another fastball at the top of the zone and hope to get the swing through. But I didn't have my fastball tonight and I definitely didn't have my location.
Back to the changeup. Needed that closer to the plate.
Not only did I need that closer to the plate, I also needed a tunnel down there that would actually entice a swing. The first pitch of this at-bat started low and ended up a ball. The second pitch started low and ended up as a ball. The next 2 pitches started high and were strikes, and now I went back to a pitch down that started low and ended up as a ball. So of course I wouldn't expect to get a swing out of that. Now in the game, I'm not thinking about sequencing at all. I'm just trying to survive. And so my normal computer that's going on, like, okay, what tunnel do I have? What speed do I have? Stuff like that. It's malfunctioning.
3-2. Heater away. That should be an out. Thank you.
So 3-2, I actually make the right decision and go back to the fastball, and I get exactly what I would have gotten had I done it 2-2, which is a ball off the handle a little bit, little weak fly ball, and we get out of the inning. Now, I did start thinking at this point, like, hey, my command is coming back a little bit, like, I'm able to throw some strikes more consistently, I'm making a little bit of an adjustment mechanically, like, maybe I'm going to be okay, maybe I'm going to get through this. I still need a little bit of cushion for my offense, though.
Only one thing, with the left-handed hitters, you know, Cano, he's playing way this side, so you don't have to be worried about that much because you got first base and second base right there. Can be present, but in only couple steps, right?
Okay. Get out of here, ball! Hell yeah! Fuck yeah! There we go. On a night like tonight, where I have nothing, this could be, you know, you're a little bit injured, you have to pitch, or you're sick, or anything like that. You know, I can't rely on my fastball being 97, 98 to get me out of a jam. So what I have to do is I have to be really good at reading swings, understanding the timing of the hitter, and bouncing all around, being unpredictable, and hope that my defense catches the ball for me. Or I hope that the ball gets hit to my defense instead of finding gaps. We just got to get through 3 more innings scoreless, and hope that my offense puts up another couple this inning to give me a cushion. Sick. Good boy, Robbie. Good boy, Marmo.
offense is doing their part. I need to figure out a way to weave my way through 3 innings.
I feel like the cutter is the pitch that's in the zone the most.
Yeah.
Give up some hits if you just like rip it, but at least like you can keep yourself in counts with it.
Yeah, my worry on that is it's mid-speed pitch.
Yeah, I mean it's not like
So-
great for like successful pitching, but
Yeah.
for navigating your way through
Yeah.
it might be, or like keeping yourself in counts.
We can use it here and there, but I think on nights like tonight, it's mostly top and bottom end. Hopefully, just the speed difference going 77 to 90 like keeps them off balance. All right. Thank you, offense, for coming out and scoring early and often. Just hold up for me, legs.
So going out for the third, all the stars were aligning. I mean, I had a 10-1 lead. I just had to get through 3 more innings. There's a good chance that their offense was just going to quit and shut it down like we already lost this game. So if I wanted to get a win, to win the Triple Crown, I could not have a better situation to do it. Let's see how the third goes.
Okay. Get in the zone, Trevor.
Fastball at 89 to start the inning. Nowhere close to the zone. Not a good start.
Okay. Now probably gonna be swinging, so we'll cutter. Okay, cutter, get the ball down. 82 cutter.
And after getting the swing through on the cutter, I was like, okay, this is perfect. Just throw the slider and we'll get an out.
Oh, please be an out. That is not what I need. I really need all those outs. Saving grace is that run will be unearned.
And I thought that run would be unearned, but remember earlier in the vlog I mentioned scorer's discretion? They counted that as a hit somehow. I have no idea, but if you look at the replay, the ball clearly would have made it to first base well ahead of the runner. I mean, the runner was like 3 or 4 steps away from first base by the time the ball passed my first baseman. That should be a throwing error. That should have been 1 out, nobody on.
We'll go slide step here. Get the hand out.
And that's an 88-mile-an-hour fastball, nowhere close to my target. So we're going the wrong direction. Velo's falling and command is not there.
Okay.
1-out cutter at 81. I think that was 81.
That's good.
It's just terrible to watch, but at least we got a strike.
Now maybe slider. Cutter's good. I like that. Slider.
Actually, that was a pretty good pitch, 1-1, and I have a really good tunnel here. If I can just get a slider a little bit down off the plate, I probably have a strikeout. Unfortunately, I missed up with it, of course, because I don't have any good command, and now I'm just trying to get a little ground ball in the infield.
2-2.
And to get the ground ball in the infield, I was just trying to throw a strike in a 2-2 count. I didn't want to go 3-2 because I can't throw a strike on command, so I was just trying to land this slider in the zone and get a little weak rollover.
Okay, on the plate but down. Thank you. Can I help you? Nope. Just looking. Window shopper.
Fortunately, he took it right down the middle. I'm not sure exactly why, because that's like a nuke pitch just hanging there right in the middle of the zone. But tonight, I'm taking every out that I can possibly get.
Okay, so that should be 2 outs.
So in my head during the game, this inning is 2 outs, nobody on. So if I can get 1 more out, that makes all the runs this inning unearned. That's what I'm thinking in the game. Unfortunately, that was not actually what was going on because the scorer didn't call the first play an error. He called it a hit with a throwing error to move him to second, which changes this inning drastically.
I don't have electric shit tonight to give him, so we're gonna start off curveball. Nice call. I like that. Okay, I gotta get my hand out more on that.
74-mile-an-hour curveball high into the arm side. My curveball normally sits 78 plus, so definitely down like 4 or 5 miles an hour on this curveball tonight. My stuff is just pathetic. So behind 1-0, I decided to go cutter down and in, and I actually threw a pretty good one, even though it was 80 miles an hour. Got the foul ball. Now I'm 1-1. I need to throw a strike here and get to 1-2 to have some leverage in this count.
Now do we go change up? Change up. Yeah. Nope.
The reason I thought to go changeup is I just thrown the cutter that went this way. I figured I'd throw a changeup that went away from him and maybe get a little weak ground ball. I missed by like 2 feet yet again, and now we're behind yet again.
Now we gotta go heater down away. Gotta be careful here. Okay, I don't mind that. And get a double play here. We'll start changeup, yeah. Gotta get in the zone. Yep, it's a terrible changeup, but I will take the strike.
Okay, threw a terrible split to get ahead, but that's fine. We're ahead 1-0. If I could just land this curveball, I'd be in a pretty powerful position in this count, but I've not been able to make the adjustment on my curveball. Every single one that I've thrown so far has been in the exact same spot, high and to the arm side. So 1-1, I just need a strike. I gotta throw a strike here.
Curveball? Yeah. Get the hand out. Try to bounce it. Okay. Please catch that. Fuck. Maybe that walk's gonna score, get the ball in.
So I executed what I was trying to do, which is throwing a strike. But unfortunately, this one didn't go to someone. Now that's okay, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna give up some hits. I'm gonna give up some runs.
I need an out here to make this run unearned.
So the calculus that's going on in my head right now is that the first guy is an error, so that won't count as an earned run. And I should technically have 2 outs in the inning right now. So I just need to get 1 more out to make all these runs unearned, and that protects the ERA lead.
Anything I have in the tank I need right now. Okay, aggressive curveball. The hand out front, throw it hard. Fuck me. This is not what I needed. That error really killed me.
So I finally executed a curveball in the zone, which is what I've been trying to do all game. And of course, it goes for a little bloop hit. Now this is Leonys Martin, and he should not have been swinging at a curveball first pitch. I don't know what he's doing. That's not what friends do to each other, okay? 4 runs now in this game. 1 of them is earned because it was the first pitch homer. And I'm thinking to myself, all right, well, the guy that was on that scored the second run this inning is unearned because that was an error, which it wasn't, but that's what I was thinking in the game. Then I should have 2 outs. So the next 2 that have scored have been earned. So I'm right now thinking I've given up 3 earned runs, which is getting kind of close to that 5 earned run milestone that I have to stay under. So we need to get an out here to keep this at 3 earned runs. So I chose to start off first pitch slider because I'd gotten this guy on sliders out of the zone before, so I was hoping he'd be aggressive and swing and get me ahead in the count, but he did not.
Okay.
Now I finally execute like a perfect fastball, and this one was 93 miles an hour, because at this point I'm like, all right, if I have anything left in the tank, I gotta dump it right here, because a hit or a homer here, and I've now lost the ERA lead. I'm just trying to throw as hard as I can, and it's only 93. Normally this would be like 97, 98, but yeah, my velo is down like 5-6 miles an hour.
Slider again. Yep. 1-2.
So in a 1-2 count, I tried to throw a slider for chase and get the strikeout. The strikeout would have been huge for me because in my head, it would have gotten me what should have been 3 outs in the inning, and then that would have made all the rest of the runs unearned.
2 ball, please give me 2. Unfucking believable, man.
Yeah, it is all starting to unravel. I was hoping that would be a double play ball and get me out of the inning right there. It wasn't, and a run scored. And yeah, this is just depressing.
That's you know that ball should be cut, but the only reason that I came over is because the amount of pitchers in this inning. Okay, that's the only thing. Okay, regroup yourself and get out of the inning. Okay, you okay? Let's
go. Okay, so now we're in real fucking danger of the ERA being an issue.
That's became for a mound visit, well-timed mound visit, because I was definitely super annoyed. So now here's the situation. It's 10-5. In my head, I've given up 4 earned runs, and I had 5 to spare. But on the board, it's showing that I no longer lead in ERA, because unbeknownst to me, they'd not called the first play this inning an error. So now I'm thinking, okay, maybe I can get the score to change some of these around, because changing either one of those plays to an error gets me out of this inning and maintains my ERA lead. But in the game, I still got to find a way to get out of this inning, because I still need to make it 5 innings to record the win. So this is just like stuck between a rock and a hard place here. So here I'm just trying to throw the ball as hard as I can because I'm trying to empty anything that I have in the tank. I get the first pitch fastball up and in for a foul ball. I'm ahead 0-1. So I tried to go right back there, maybe get a pop-up, but for the next 2 pitches, I missed poorly and I fell right back behind in the count. So now I'm in a pickle. 2-1. I don't really have confidence in my off-speed stuff. I gotta throw a fastball for a strike to a fastball hitter after he's seen 3 fastballs. This is not good. And I threw the fastball in about the worst possible location you could. More over the plate, more hittable after being up and in 3 pitches in a row. This fastball is going to appear slower to the hitter. It's going to be more hittable. Plus it's down in the zone where you can get his bat to it. And of course, I don't get lucky and it doesn't go to someone. And yeah.
I now no longer lead in ERA.
So at this point on the mound, I'm feeling quite depressed because I'm pretty sure I've lost the Triple Crown. Now, I know I'm not going to be getting my win because at this point, there's no way I'm going to make it through 5 innings. I'm just trying to get out of this one and hope that the ball goes to someone. So I chose to throw a first pitch slider to the next hitter, and honestly, for a first pitch slider, that's not a bad pitch. It's away, it is a little bit elevated. I get the ground ball, but of course, not my night, and it doesn't go to someone, and that spelled the end for my outing.
All right. See, my right ankles.
Is your ankle? Mene, through me. Manda Mene para acá.
So here's how the night ended up. We ended up winning the game, which is good. I was charged with 2 1/3 innings, 7 earned runs. If one of those plays at third was changed to an error, I still would lead in ERA, and I would be tied for the league lead in wins, so I would still be in line to win the Triple Crown. Cesar Valdez had one more start, but it happened to be against us, and when he made that start, we ended up winning that game 7-0. So had I not pitched in this game, I still would have won the Triple Crown. I'm still proud of myself for going out there and trying, but kind of a cruel twist of fate to know that I would have won it had I not pitched. If you want to know what was actually going on, I find out in the next vlog, and it's pretty crazy. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it, and also to help me get to 1 million subs by Christmas, because if I can't win the Triple Crown, I'd at least like to win this gold YouTube plaque for hitting 1 million subs.